Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the NFToyz with the Z podcast.
We should just get that domain. NFToyz with a Z.
With the Z
podcast.
Podcast.com. Exactly.
That's not too long, is it? No,
Nope, not really.
It's fine.
Yeah. Today will be a little bit of a shorter sort of podcast.
He says shorter.
It says short, but we'll end up talking for like 20 minutes, so it's okay.
It'll be the longest one of all.
Yeah, I'm running on sort of less
We're running
sleep
on
than
fumes
usual.
a little bit.
A little bit less sleep than usual. Last night we got around to actually deploying the contract for Sausage
It
Party
happened.
NFT.
It finally happened.
Yes, I was super excited.
No, you were terrified.
I was terrified because it costs a lot of money to
like,
deploy anything.
Should I do it? I'm
on
like, you
Ethereum.
gotta do it.
I
This is the
know.
whole point.
It's
You
like,
gotta do it. I
Allison,
don't care
come-
that it's expensive. You gotta do it.
Come over here and press the button for me on my little hardware
He
wallet.
actually didn't make me press the button this time.
it didn't, but
It
I
has
almost
happened in the past.
I almost did. You know, with the Ethereum or any of these crypto stuff, all the addresses are all these cryptic sort of numbers and characters, and you're just like, I'm really OCD
that
about
paranoid of like,
yeah.
is it right?
Is it really
Am
right?
I gonna screw it up?
I can miss like one character
And everything's terrible.
and everything's ruined, and I lose thousands of dollars, and I will cry myself to sleep. But at least, you know what? At least if I do that,
Yeah.
I will actually get some sleep.
It's true.
I was kind of like the whole night we went to sleep.
Were you just like kind of awake all night?
Yeah, like I momentarily wake up and the first thought in my mind, it was like, did my transaction go through?
How many times did you check it
Once,
throughout the night?
Once at
Okay.
5 a.m, I had to check because I was like, you know what? Hopefully it went through. Okay,
Okay, so wait, let's give the whole story of what
let's
what
go
this
back
is.
to the beginning.
Okay, so
so-
first of all, why was it so expensive to deploy the contract?
So it is expensive to deploy a contract because you're essentially think of the blockchain as a worldwide smart computer or dumb computer in some way, and
A worldwide Excel sheet.
the functioning of a blockchain is that once you a smart contract is a set of code, right? And once you and when you deploy it onto the network, in order for all your smart contract or transaction and any of that kind of stuff goes through, every node. So essentially every node on the network, so each node is a computer, has to run the program, calculate it, make sure. I mean, that's why there's proof of work, right? Because everyone has to do all the computer on the network has to do
Everybody's
the work
doing the work.
to verify it, to validate it. And I think that's why it costs a lot to make all the computers on the network run your program. And so that's why when you're sending transaction between, like, if I have a wallet, I send you, some Ethereum or something like that, it's a little bit easier, right? Because I'm just telling the network, like, hey,
Move one Ethereum from here to there.
Yeah,
or a fraction,
take one
whatever.
from me, from the ledger, and give you one. So that's really simple, like, simple sort of, plus minus kind of thing on on the ledger. But when you're dealing with smart contract, you're essentially telling the network, here's a program, run this program. And anytime anyone wants to interact with the program, everyone got to run the program again. So hence, when you write a smart contract, it's best to write something as simple as possible, and you want to stick to simple programming logic and stuff like that, because you don't want it costs more to deploy a complex smart contract.
So the more complicated your smart contract is,
Yes.
the more it's going to cost you.
Yes. And the contract that I deployed was a simple sort of ERC 721 standard contract, NFT. And so it's kind of a base, contract. It's not there's no funny business. Everything is very simple. But even then, it cost me, I think, $600 to deploy the contract. Just the contract.
Didn't you get it in for like just a little bit below 600?
Yeah,
Because you were like, I'm
yeah.
gonna be cheap.
Yeah. So
I don't want to pay all of this.
So yeah, so it costs a lot to deploy the smart contract.
Well, and here's the other thing. What we're talking about, the cost is essentially people refer to it as the gas.
Yeah, the gas price.
The gas price. So when you are deploying your contract, you are able to choose how much you want to offer in gas.
Yes.
And it's up to the people, the miners, to accept your gas price and then do what's got to be done.
Yeah.
So you can actually choose. You can say, "Hey, I only want to pay $1."
Right.
But
so the gas price is a functioning of how congested the network is, right?
It's pretty much supply and demand.
Yeah. So if the network is really congested, like when, for example, right now, when I'm looking at the burn chart at ultrasound.money, whatever it is.
We'll leave it
we'll leave the links and stuff in the show note. And when the network is congested, because a lot of people are minting, a lot of people are doing NFT stuff or transacting, it costs more in gas price to send your transaction to the network. So when you send your transaction to the network, when you want to do any kind of transaction on Ethereum, you send it to like what is called like the queue of the Ethereum network. And miner will go into that queue and pick out whatever transaction they want, right?
And the thing is, they're going to want the transactions that pay them the most money.
Yeah. So imagine if the gas price is at 100 right now, and you're sending a transaction, and you have the option to customize your gas price, and you choose 50, which I did. So what happened with that? Yeah, what happened that my transaction is now in the queue indefinitely because nobody's picking up, because all the miners are going around picking 100.
If things got less congested,
yes,
prices would go down, and his $50 gas would probably
50 GWEI. You said $50. Oh well, I mean, 50 GWEI is the unit of gas price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not $50, right? Because but yes.
Either way, his 50 whatever gas could then get picked up if the costs go down and there's not as many people competing to get their things dealt with.
Yes. So what happened was that I sent it in last night, and it was super exciting because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna test out my theory of just deploying a smart contract, setting a low gas price, and see if anyone picks it up, because it fluctuates, right? And I chose midnight to do it in our time because I figured nobody's gonna be minting, nobody's gonna do anything.
How wrong he was.
So actually, I was partially right, and then and then I was wrong, because I was partially right in the sense that when I did it, price did get low to that point. I set it at 60 gas price, 60 GWEI, and it did get that low, and it picked up my contract. It cost me $600 something, or maybe almost $600 to deploy the contract. So I got the contract deploy, and it was fun as hell to watch it.
There's a website where you can go to watch the queue.
Yes.
That is kind of cartoonized.
Yes.
It's really cute, and it's a lot of fun because you can kind of just get a live version of what's going on. And he was just like, my character's almost there.
It's almost there. So it's called txstreet.com or something like that. We'll leave it in the show notes. Yeah. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll overlay the little the animation.
You can actually
see
the animation from last night when he was deploying it.
Yes.
Because he was like, I should record this for the podcast.
It was so exciting because it was one of those things that my little,
it's too bad we didn't record him reacting to it.
Yeah.
Because he was just like,
yeah. And when the gas price got low enough, that my little character, which represent my transaction, got into the bus, and then the bus drove away, and I'm like, yes, he left the station. We're going.
He was very excited.
I just lost $600.
He was very excited.
That's how
he's never been so excited to lose $600.
You know what? But though, talking about all this, man, it is so costly to do anything on Ethereum, and I can see that's why, You know, there's other alternative like Solana, you know, blockchain or Polygon, or hopefully maybe Neo soon, because man, on Ethereum, it costs you like literally maybe 2 arms and 2 legs and everything else you ever had to just do
the nose
about
off
anything.
your face.
Yes,
it's a lot.
So yeah, so we got the contract deployed.
So it was
exciting.
Officially deployed.
Yes,
which doesn't mean it's available to mint yet.
Yes, it's paused right now, meaning that only I can mint it.
Special guy.
Only I can mint it. And the point of that is that so we can do some giveaway before we open it up to the public, unpause the contract, let people come in and actually mint their own sausage.
And also, let's be real, it's also to make sure that we didn't fuck it up.
Yes.
So we can test
to make
things
sure
out.
that we didn't mess up somewhere.
Make sure that things actually work before we open it to the 2 people who want to mint our sausages.
And that will be our other wallets.
Me, myself, and I.
Yes. We're going to be minting ourselves because I don't know if anyone... I think the problem with us ever doing projects, Allison, is that we just want to give it away for free.
I know.
Right?
It's a problem.
Even the people who likes the sausage and want the sausage, I'm like, oh my God.
The only people who know about our sausages are the people who are getting them for free.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
And the people...
Nobody else knows about them.
It's fine that way. It's like I said, it's a passion project, and hopefully, who knows, it'll get out there. Maybe somebody will be like, oh, look, these sausages are so adorable. I am gonna mint like 5,000 of them, and Allison's gonna get a puppy. OMG,
6,000.
6,000.
It's 6,000. I get a puppy.
You know what? 5,000 mint. I'll get you a puppy. We'll get a puppy.
All right,
Allison.
we're changing the roadmap.
I'm not
changing the roadmap.
I'm not aiming too high anymore.
Okay.
It used to be the moon, and now I'm just aiming for the roof.
At this rate, like 500.
Yeah, 500, and we can afford a puppy. You know, I feel like with being an artist and being a passion project, I just want to give it away, right? I want people
everybody to be able to see and own your art and yeah.
But even then, that segue nicely into the next step we have to do for this. Now that the contract is deployed, in order for people to have the sausage, I will need to mint them for them, or they will have to mint it for themselves.
Our giveaway winners, which literally everybody who entered the giveaway.
Yeah, there's about three people, maybe 2. Just go to one of our social media outlets and just say hi, and you'll get a sausage. Probably at this point. Because nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
But back to what I'm saying. In order for us to do a giveaway, it also costs money because again.
And guess who forgot to transfer money into his wallet and can't do the giveaways yet so because we don't have enough Ethereum.
Now I'm like,
we use it all on gas to deploy.
Now I'm trying to, you know how it feels like in real life when you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry, but I can't afford, I don't got money. I
forgot my entire wallet at home.
So you're like just looking around the cars, looking around the house, looking under your bed, see if you get coins, and you're trying to collect it together just to buy, a dinner, And that's how it feels like right now. I'm like trying to look around, like, oh man, do I have a wallet here? Do I have some Ethereum?
Where do I have some Ethereum that I can use?
Where is it? I'll check my back pocket. Is there Ethereum in my back pocket? I don't know.
If only.
Maybe. But yeah, that's what's going on right now.
That is the current delay. We are trying to get some Ethereum into the wallet.
Yeah.
So that we can mint things for the giveaways.
It's all good though. I think it's great that we are doing this and running into issues, and that's the way to learn, right? That's the way you learn in life.
That's the thing is you can watch other people do it so many times, and it does not teach you nearly as much as when you do it yourself and go through all the issues and run into problems and the things like, who talks about, oh shit, I don't have enough Ethereum to mint the giveaways. Shoot, I screwed that up.
I think just honestly, Allison, I think that's just us.
I mean, I'm sure we're not the only ones that this has ever happened to.
Maybe other people are more prepared, I think.
Just let me believe it, okay? Just let me believe it.
Okay. Everybody does that.
But my point is, nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about needing to make sure that you have enough Ethereum so you can afford the gas to mint however many that you're giving away.
Yeah. It's because everything costs money. Every transaction, every time you tell the supercomputer, aka Ethereum, to be like, do something for me, the computer is sticking out its hand, asking you for for some Ethereum, for a gas price, for gas money. Nothing's free, right? But yeah. So, anyways, we gotta get these minted to our friends and family. People we promise sausage.
If our family knows what.
When I say friend,
an NFT is.
When I say friend and family, I'm just kind of pretend that we have friends and family. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll go with it.
It's just a bunch of randos online at this point.
Oh, look, somebody followed.
Nice. Yeah, they follow. You get a sausage.
Everybody gets a sausage.
I'm like the Oprah of sausages.
You
get
the
a sausage.
Sausages.
I would change my Twitter name to
the Oprah of sausages.
The Oprah of sausages.
It makes sense. But yeah, so we're by now the original giveaways will be closed by the time this podcast episode is up.
Yes.
But keep an eye on the Sausage Party NFT. Had to think about that for a second. Twitter, the NFToyz Twitter, the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Come just follow
Son's
me.
Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter and you get a sausage.
Susan.
I'm desperate, okay? Nobody follows me.
But yeah, keep an eye on our socials and on the YouTube channel, because there will probably be more sausage giveaways, because even though technically the project is just about out, once it's available to mint, the project will be done out. But we're not going to stop talking about it because nobody knows about it.
Yes,
and we have 10,000 of these,
and we're gonna have we're gonna be announcing more projects.
We have more projects
that
you
will also
might want a sausage for reasons.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just saying.
Exactly, and some of it might be on different chain, which we'll talk about. In
a future
episode.
But we have so many plans,
lots of plans,
and a lot of them are going to involve trying out new things, so we get that experience and can tell you
and make more
about
mistake,
and screw everything up so you don't have to.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for. It's a public service.
Exactly. Oh, I you know what? I forgot that we didn't even talk about the MetaMask problem.
Oh.
But in short, I had a problem with MetaMask. They updated their I don't know, their code or something. Maybe the way they pulling in a third party library, either is JS or Web3.js, I forget which one exactly they use. But TLDR, they messed up somehow. I couldn't deploy the smart contract with the latest version of MetaMask.
This is why there was a delay in deploying.
Yes,
because he couldn't.
Yes. I got the bright idea to go back to a previous version in which I did deploy the CryptoOx collection.
This is the cool thing about having done this before. We knew that it worked when he deployed the CryptoOx.
Yes.
So he could go back to that version and be confident that it was going to work because he's done it before.
Yes.
So having that experience is
it's
super useful.
All these mistakes, kind of,
I know,
to help out.
You thought it was such a mistake waiting so long to mint the ox.
Yeah. And it turned out to be a blessing in disguise,
It worked out.
But yeah, so I went back to the previous version, got that deployed. So that's how I solved that problem. It was interesting, but I was like, light bulb moment, and then
he was like in bed being like, this is what I should do. I'm going to try that tomorrow.
And I test out my theory and it works. And
Isn't that the best?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But also the worst, because then you're laying there in bed just like, I want to try it out.
I wonder if it works. What if it doesn't work? Do I have a plan B and C and D?
And then you can't sleep.
Not
great.
Like last night when I was worrying about my transaction didn't go through.
But that was a different transaction.
That
was
true.
the test transaction.
That was the test.
This is where I got the $50 when I was.
Yes.
Because I was thinking about this one.
Yes.
Where he tried to mint his first sausage.
Yes.
But he was being cheap and he wanted to see if being cheap would pay off.
Oh, let me correct you, Allison.
Yes.
I was being cheap. I'm not going to deny that.
Yes.
But that's all I had left on my wallet.
So you weren't just being cheap. You were like, this is all I've got.
No.
Like, it's this or nothing.
Yeah, I tried to increase the gas price to like 60 GWEI, and it tells me you do not have sufficient balance, and I'm like, oh my god, 55? No. 52? Still no. Okay, 50. Okay, yes. Okay, all right, I'll try that. So yes, go on.
Okay, question: is GWEI 1 to 1 to dollar?
No, GWEI is like one millionth of an ether. 1 millionth? Yeah, so 1 ether is like a million GWEI, or something like that. A 1 million or 1 billion. This is very confusing. There's like a whole chart.
It wasn't $50 last night. It was 50 GWEI.
Yes, it was. Okay. It was 50 GWEI, and then you multiply that by some numbers to get the dollar price. I think. Oh. So, okay, it gets really technical because the transaction has a computational price linked to it. So if you have for example, if you're trying to transfer something, there's a certain amount of unit in terms of gas, and then you take that and you multiply by the gas price, and you get the ether value of that, and you convert that to dollars, and you get the dollar value of it. So yes, technical mumbo jumbo, but pretty much that higher number of GWEI for gas price means that, and if you're doing a lot of things, means it's going to cost money. And if you use MetaMask, it'll show up. It'll tell you how much it costs. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But anyways, so he was cheaping out on his gas.
Yes.
But he wanted to see, because you were saying it was at like 60, but then it went up to 100. And so,
okay, another thing, the unforeseen problem that happened. Yes. This is one hell of an exciting night. That's why I couldn't sleep till like 2 in the morning. That's why I'm exhausted. I don't even know what I just said. The other problem last night was unexpected. I could not foresee this. Sort of, I could have. Ethereum price start to break out of its trend line. Mm-hmm. So when that happened, a lot of trading activity gets triggered, right? Because traders and bots, they measure this. They
up the congestion.
Yeah, they're based on this, and then when if you look at the chart, if you get all into the technical analysis,
and this is why if you follow his Twitter, he was complaining about it.
Yes, I was complaining about it because it broke out of the trend line, so AKA trigger people to do tradings and stuff like that, and that makes it worse for the network. It makes it more congested,
right? And
suddenly we're talking about 50 GWEI for a gas price jump into like in the 100. And I'm just sitting there with my transaction in the 50, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm priced out. I guess this is never gonna happen.
So pretty much the experiment that he was doing, not just being cheap.
Yes.
Being cheap, but not being cheap. The experiment was, can he leave this kind of gas price submission in all night long, and will it get picked up?
Yes.
At some point, like if it goes low enough, will it eventually get picked up overnight? And I think that's a valid thing that could happen.
Yes.
But it did not happen last night.
It did not happen last night.
It did not go low enough.
I did not wake up with a surprise sausage in my wallet, is what I was hoping I would get, a surprise sausage.
Because who doesn't want to wake up to a surprise sausage?
It's like, oh my God, a sausage.
In their wallet.
But yes, no, I did not. The transaction is still
So it's still pending?
Yes.
It's still there. You're not canceling it.
No.
It's just going to chill.
No, Allison, I can't even afford to cancel it at this point,
Because it costs more gas to cancel it.
I can't believe it. It costs everything to do anything ever. It's pretty much like if somebody comes to your house and tell you that, no, you cannot breathe anymore. Pay up. You want to breathe today? Pay up. That's how it feels like.
We live in Los Angeles.
I mean, that is kind of that's the same, right? Tax and,
Is that not what we're paying for?
Yeah, tax, mortgage, or rent, or pretty much everything. Cost of living, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the same. But yes, so transaction stuck. We'll see what we'll do with that. I might
So the transaction's chilling until you can get more Ethereum
and
in your wallet.
I can cancel it and send another one, or just wait until it goes down to 50. I don't know.
Okay, so now we're going into a whole gas price conversation, and I kind of want to leave this for a future one.
Yes.
But also kind of want to get into it a little bit. But just one note is that you can cancel your transaction and you will get that $50 back, except for the gas price of canceling.
Yes.
So that is a possibility. But we will do a future episode all about gas price, because I feel like there's just so much to get into for that. And we are already at 25 minutes.
Oh man!
So we've been talking a lot, Mister. This is going to be a short one.
I guess this is not going to be the short one.
Nope.
I mean, it was too exciting though.
This
whole experience was
just
fun.
Drama.
It was fun because there's so much money, at least for me, on the line, that it's just like, man, everything gotta go right. I'm crossing my finger a whole night. Everything gotta go right. But I think it went okay.
Well, the deployment seemed to work.
Yes.
That seems to be going great. Yes. Now we just got to test out the minting.
Yes.
It should work. Which should work fine.
Because I tested many times.
On testnet, right?
Yeah, twice. On testnet, Allison. Twice.
So many times.
Twice. I'm kidding. So many times. I'm kidding. I wrote many tests for it. Because when you do this smart contract, you write a lot of tests.
Has got some real test-driven development going on here.
You kind of have to, because there's so much. It's on the blockchain. It costs a lot of money, so you gotta make sure everything is in place. Because you can't change the code.
Okay.
The code is immutable, right?
You should be writing lots of tests. Technically, you don't have to.
Well, technically, you don't have to.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I'm just making sure, like, this is not a technical requirement.
Right.
But, like, you really, really should. Because if you screw that up.
You can't change the code.
You can't change the code. You're going to have to redeploy. Like, you're losing money. So,
and if people minting your sausage already... you don't want to be like...
Or whatever other NFT you're doing.
Whatever NFT. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I need to switch to a different smart contract. Whatever you did is now void. It's like, that's not...
So this is a case where you really want to make sure that it's working correctly before you deploy it.
I hope it is correct, also. Maybe we'll have a podcast tomorrow and be like, just kidding.
So
we gotta redeploy it. We had to redo it.
Pretty much.
Well, let's hope so. But we're gonna do some more testing today and see, and we'll report back.
Yeah.
When it's open for minting, and then 2 of you. I'm just looking at you, Allison. 2 of you. I'm just looking at us. You look at me, and I look at you, and
3.
I say 2. 3.
Me, myself, and I.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. But I think that's it. I think we cover everything. Oh my god.
Yeah. So we will definitely mention in the podcast once it is available for minting. But if you want to know immediately, then follow us on our socials. We will tweet about it on Sausage Party NFT Twitter, on the NFToyz Twitter, probably on our personal Twitters. So if you want to know, that is the best way to be up to date. But also, can you follow the contract on Ethernet? Will you
can.
That's what I meant to say. Etherscan. Will it notify you or like show when it's open for minting?
No. I mean,
no. Yes, no.
You can, but then it gets really technical. You can follow an address, a contract, to see like activities on it.
Okay.
So when I open the contract, by the way, when I unpause the contract, it's gonna cost me like at least $10 to $20 to send a transaction
to unpause it.
To say, hey, open it up.
So anytime from here on out that you need to do something to the contract,
yes,
it's gonna cost you money.
Yes.
It's going to cost you gas to go change something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out how to get more Ethereum quickly.
So you can unpause the contract.
Yes. It's going to be...
Because you can't even do that right now.
Yes. 10,000 sausages are stuck in the metaverse, Allison, and they can't...
In the metaverse.
There's no way to get them out, except for I need to figure out where I can get more Ethereum so I can pull them all out. Pull the cute little sausage. Whee! I'm out! That's how they sounded, by the way. That's how they sound. Exactly how they sound.
I'm disturbed.
Don't be disturbed.
I'm disturbed.
But I think that's it, right?
Yeah,
that's it.
So we've made some progress.
Yeah, hopefully you're enjoying this adventure that we're still going. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty exciting.
It's pretty interesting.
Every day is something new in the NFT world, in our world of trying to create NFT. It's always something new. So. And we'll keep reporting it, and we'll be back.
We'll be back with more kind of sort of devlogs, if that's what you can call what today was. about our progress and what we're working on and how things are going and what issues we're running into, all of that will definitely be on the podcast. And then, you know, more talking about the industry, talking about the technology, all things NFT. We've got so much content for podcasts.
So much. That's why we're doing it almost every single day.
Currently, it's going on weekdays.
We're doing good.
We'll see if we can keep this up, but we're doing pretty good so far.
Hopefully I don't just burn out next week and just give up on everything. And we'll you know what? We'll still continue the podcast. We'll just talk about other things, you know, like, oh, I went outside today. I saw the sun. It was beautiful.
Is that an NFT?
Yeah. Is that a non-fungible token? Can I
burns his eyeballs out?
Can I look up the sun? Can I buy this on OpenSea? And then now I'm blind. Rip. But yeah, I think it's we'll go outside one of these days. We'll take a rest.
We'll go to the beach and be like, look,
OpenSea. Where can I buy some NFT here?
Dive into the ocean.
Dive and look. Oh, look at this, Allison. I found I don't know what's in the ocean.
That's trash.
Oh, I found trash. Oh, this is a piece of art. This must be an NFT.
Seaweed.
Trash. I'm gonna try to sell these to people. I'm gonna get a couple of Ethereum and then I can go mint my sausage. God, we need a life. But anyways, we will be back tomorrow.
Yep.
Maybe, hopefully. Yeah. And we'll, with good news maybe, and we'll open up the minting and follow us everywhere. I think we're good.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.